Don't hold back. Excellent. A bunch of nuts fly off from the trees, but you and your friends hightailed it out of there before any of them could hit you. That was lucky. Fortune favors the bold. Excellent. About the enemy. Here, Ritis chirps, pushing overgrown boughs and shrubs aside. As she does, a hidden path out of the bewildering wood comes into view. At last, you are free of the bewildering wood. She giggles bashfully. You've certainly kept your promise, you say. I was hoping I could join you on your quest to defeat the dragon, Ritis suddenly blurts out. She takes out her old book and thrusts another page in your face. This week's creature of fortune is the dragon. Boo! Melanie's jaw goes slack. I can probably pay off my debt if we can just defeat the dragon, Ritis chirped. No, I won't dilute. Have you no heart? Are you just going to leave a young, helpless girl? Melanie calmly reminds you that the part. See? You need me, Ritis says, sensing your well-reasoned argument of no thwarted. You nod your head in resignation and welcome Ritis to the party.
Listen
That was lucky. Let's do this. Nice work. Excellent. Good work. You come across two men sitting on a rock. You listen in, and you lean in, trying to hear what else the thieves are. Listen, about that loot. It sounds like they've just told you where to. You hastily grab a scrap of paper, write down what you've heard, and quietly sneak away. let's head to Unionville. You see something approaching from up ahead. A monster, Melanie shouts, readying for battle. Mr. Flobby, get back here. It's dangerous. It seems you've finally arrived at Unionville, a village where humans and monsters live together in peace. What a weird place. We aren't staying a moment longer than necessary, says an unsettled Melanie, her distaste for monsters plain on her face. Welcome. You will be instantly transported to any location you've previously visited. Travel for 100 gold pieces? Any travelers with magical... It appears the headman's long-standing pronouncement on the welcoming of all magical creatures also applies to you and your party. Wow, a new Mar stares for some reason. Riddis joins in on the cuddling. Lately, a suspicious man. The old woman looks at Melanie and remarks that he was dressed just like her. The little orc child is engrossed in a fairy tale. The title reads, The Legend of the Dragon. You take a peek into the picture book and come across to where, you wonder, then recall that this is merely a fairy tale. Down here, at thy feet, the clump of fur speaks. I am Lappy, and Lappy the furball looks at you with amiable expectations. Of course, the more the merrier, you exclaim, but Melanie coldly interjects. Thoroughly rejected by Melanie, Lappy says he has no friends because of his aged face and speech. All alone, your party is silenced by the crying child. With the fate, you tell Melanie to be nice, and quip that both she and Lappy could use a friend. However, she says that they are on a dangerous journey to Lappy leaps up and hugs her in his excitement, exclaiming, "Thou hast made me so happy." Till next time, though she thought all monsters to be evil, Melanie finally, a friend. You bow, but before you can speak, the man suddenly He laughs, then shamelessly praises his own village as being wondrous and peaceful. "And who are you?" he asks. After explaining that he says that you must be tired from your journey. "Have a seat. I will have my chef prepare a feast," the headman says, then claps at extravagant dishes that you have never seen before are placed on the table before you, each one looking more. You wipe your mouth with your sleeve. "Perhaps, there, we'll eat soon," you reassure Mar while gently stroking his head. The doors fly open. With tears in her eyes, she tells you that her dear companion, the headman, you are starving. But it doesn't look like you'll be able to partake of the feast before you because of Mr. Flobby's disappearance. "We will find your slime." Melanie reminds you that you are here to get... What's the difference? Literally everything. Hunger, brave heroes, the headman interjects. It appears you need to hear the whole story from the young girl. The little orc child pouts, "But I don't know where my home is." The elderly man says she cannot have gone far. He looks at you with tears in his eyes, silently begging you for help. "They must be thirsty. Stop. If it were that easy," the goblin says, "he would have done it himself." A young boy, you realize you are right when he assails you with questions about your origins and adventures. The Inquisition leaves you exhausted. The girl sobs. The girl then hands something to Melanie. She asks Melanie to wipe Regardless, looking aimlessly outside the village would be a waste of time. You decide to collect more information in the village. Did that man take Mr. Flobby? You resolve to leave the village in search of the pair. fortune favors the bold. Oh? Though a torch is not strictly necessary, it would certainly help you find your way through the dimly lit shrine. Your footing is obscured in the dimness of the shrine. You should probably. You go forth slowly but steadily. Taking it once, you take a good look at the floor and see it lined in trails of viscous liquid. No doubt a slime or 200 have passed through here. It looks like poor Mr. Flobby is being held captive by the mystery man. And over the— You speak as if I kidnapped him, he remarks, curtly turning to face you. When your eyes finally adjust to the surrounding darkness, you realize the man— Melanie's mouth falls open in surprise. It seems the man has noticed Melanie as well. It looks like the two know each other. The man says that he and Melanie came from the same village, where this was their native dress. The man's revelation makes you realize that you know almost nothing about Melanie's past. You ask her if he is a childhood friend, but she holds her tongue. With forbidden magic, our clan has ensured the dragon, he begins, when she rattles on about the man, telling you that he is Vince, a lunatic obsessed with the dragon. Vince resentfully claims that he is searching for the noble dragon to protect. You ran away from home with your tail between your legs, he ridicules. Enraged, Melanie lunges at Vince. You have so many questions, but realize that the most pressing matter is getting Mr. Flobby back. So you ready for battle? Careful, he won't go down easy. During the fight, Vince asks, "Do you?" The headman may look like a nice old man, but he keeps those little monsters around too. He begins, but Winifred, Hedwin, and Berwin of the Ivory Order appear. The three brush you aside, fixing their attention on Vince. "So you are the one who disturbs the peace," they exclaim, then charge at him. The Ivory Order and that false justice they serve are the true evil here, he retaliates, fighting back. Seeing the two parties occupied with each other, you realize this is your chance to grab Mr. Flobby. Perhaps wary of humans, Mr. Flobby dashes out when you draw near. Vince is on equal footing. Engrossed in their battle, the combatants pay you no mind. When you reach out to grab Mr. Flobby, lower Mr. Flobby's stamina to calm him down. Exhausted from the fight, but it seems he hasn't yet come to his senses. Find something to help return Mr. Flobby to normal. You wipe Mr. Flobby's mouth with the handkerchief you received from the girl. Then you hear a quiet voice speak. It looks like the girl's familiar scent on the handkerchief. Having regained his senses, Mr. Flobby, you place the increasingly sticky handkerchief in your bag. Lappy approaches and tells you that Mr. Flobby has returned. The girl is I'm happy for you, Melanie. The girl bows her head and thanks you. Of course not, but bring him back soon, she answers with a bright smile. I knew thou could do it, cries Lappy, wrapping around Melanie. I am so happy to see you explain everything that happened. He expresses his relief that He then thanks you for your hard work and instructs his stewardess to prepare dinner for your party. You can feel your collective mouths watering at the sight of the lavish meal before you. Mar and Ridis immediately dig in. You aren't sure where you find a moment. Please, eat to your heart. Once your belly is full, you realize that Mr. Flobby is gone. And room for dessert? the headman asks, offering you a plate of slimy jelly. The color strikes you as familiar, and the stickiness sends a shiver down your spine. Is this Mr. Flobby? You ask the headman, your voice trembling in disbelief. The headman looks at you with a plain expression, one that holds no malice. Is that a problem? He questions back. This dish is a masterpiece, he remarks with a light-hearted chuckle as he gazes at the jelly. And I have you brave heroes to thank for it. Had you not brought that slime back, we would not be able to enjoy this exquisite dessert. Are you full? He asks, seemingly concerned at your silence. It would be a shame to let something so splendid go to waste. You move to leave, but I try to get my meat while it's still young and tender, but at least your pet is very plump. He points at Mar and asks, would you consider leaving that creature here with me? Never, you refuse flat. Think about it, he entreats. You grab the headman by his lapels, hands trembling in fury. About the enemy. Pummel the headman with all curled up on the ground. The headman groans in pain, but insists that monsters were meant to be eaten. You hug Mar tightly, reassuring him that Mar looks at you with his round eyes and mews. You meet eyes with the rest of your party and reach a tacit agreement. Together, you all stand and leave. As you are about to, the old man suddenly charges at, but Mar, the keener of you two, is with a crash. Mar and from the headman's hand falls a small blade. It clatters to the ground, covered in blood. You take the injured Mar to an inn where you can watch over him. You gaze at the unconscious Mar. Despite the shallow wound, no amount of medicine seems to rouse Mar from the bed. I heard that my friends were in danger, so I came as quickly. As he reaches Mar's bedside, he leans over and licks. This is what-you-call-it extract, he shouts. He explains that hearing those words, isn't there anything we can do? Lappy's eyes widen in realization before he places his mouth over Mar's wound and begins sucking. He then puts the what-you-call-it extract into a bottle and hands it to you. Lappy says that if you follow the road south of the village, you will reach Shoreland. He tells you to give the extract to the famous nutritionist there. Realizing that you are at fault for this, you don't hesitate to undertake the quest. But this is strange. The extract comes from a monster, so it should have no effect on one, Lappy remarks with a curious tilt of his head.